I've seen online, it seems like people are coming to your location not just for comics, but for Labubus. What has that been like for business for you guys?
I've been doing this for so long. I'm 35 years into buy-sell trade of toys, comics, pop culture. And you see these trends come along. And when I saw this coming, I'm like, okay, this is going to have some life. It's going to last for a while. So I delved all in on it and started getting us about a month ago now to where we carried pretty much every blind box that they offer as far as the main ones, which is the 4 different Labubus.
Yeah.
We are carrying those and have them in stock every day.
Wow.
So as of right now, you walk into our store, we have all 4 SKUs available.
Okay.
And we continue to do our best to source it. Look, it's not easy, but we can. It has been great for our business, and the reason it's been great for our business is because for us as a small comic book store, it is bringing eyes to the store that would not have normally found us or looked for us.
Right.
This type of a collectible is a family collectible. There's interest from mom, from dad. It's fashion. It has all the correct makings on everything. And so from us, from a business standpoint, it's become a strong part of our current business model. We plan to sustain it for quite some time.
You said that you jumped on this all in. When about did you realize that the Labubu craze was kind of taking over the country?
So what's funny is that, we see this all the time. When Funko Pop really took off,
right,
was kind of under the same parameters, and that is when you get Japanese art and vinyl toys or designer toys paired together, that has always been a win-win in the world of toy collectibles.
Okay.
And now you have fashion involved into this, which, look, if we've learned anything about fashion, all we have to do is ask you, what purse do you have today? What shoes are the guys in the studio wearing?
Right.
Right? And you immediately understand that fashion is part of our culture. Well,
yeah.
Fashion's become a big part of resale culture in the last 10 years. You got shoe resellers, bag resellers, watch resellers. Like these people that are selling these higher end collectibles have sourced, and what they do is when a designer Japanese item comes out that gets some buzz, they generally are in on that because they're kind of distributed the same way, right?
Okay.
And so because they're done with drops, right?
Yeah.
So and to be perfectly honest with you, it's because these guys, they have bots that can go on these sites and buy hundreds of them at one time. Whereas you as a consumer might not even be able to buy one.
Right.
But their bots are just constantly buying for them. So when you see this happen, this is almost an immediate success for something like this. So although I don't want to say I got in on the ground level, because you're talking, 2015, 2016 is
right.
when the artists kind of developed the monsters, right?
Yeah.
And then the founder of Pop Mart, obviously very foreshadowing this, got exclusive distribution and said, I'm going to make all these things and I want an exclusive deal. And they gave it to him.
Yeah.
Which has turned his company into a multi-billion-dollar company. So, when I saw that happening, I'm like, this is something where it's a SKU I can carry. It's not too much product, not like I'm taking over a third of my store, right? But it's enough product to be able to service that next consumer, that next customer.
Yeah.
And that's what really drove me to, take the approach with my store. But then I also identified this, which was where my proximity was key. I'm next door to a UPS store. I'm 2 doors down from a nail salon. I'm 3 doors down from a hair salon.
That's the smartest thing I've ever heard.
My marketing was right there.
Right. That's fortuitous. Oh my gosh.
So I put a big Labubu sticker on our front door.
Do you have to kind of fight off scalpers in your store by chance? Do you have a policy on how many that people are allowed to purchase?
So here's the thing that I think is kind of the problem in that world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's be fair. 95% of the people that are buying any of this stuff direct are buying it to resell anyways.
Right.
So are they really scalpers, or is this just the next step in the evolution of that item's distribution? You know, the limitations, the way that they do that, whatever it is. Now, for me, yeah, if you want to come in and buy a complete sealed flat, I'll sell you a sealed flat of 6 if I have it in stock. Right now, I have exciting macarons in stock, sealed in a case. However, if you came in and tried to buy everything I had, I'm probably not selling it all to you.
Fair.
Because I want to make sure that I do that. And I do that with new comics, too.
Right.
New comic comes out, I'll limit so many of a cover, you know, to allow other people to have an opportunity. At the end of the day, my job is to service the community around me with my store.
Mm-hmm.
And we've tried to reflect our resale price points too. And my employee today was really great. And then, you know, we're talking obviously before I left the store today, he said, yeah, this lady came from Pahrump today to buy some.
No way.
I was like, yeah. And I was like, that's incredible. That's great. He's like, she came and she was here. And she was surprised at our price points, that they were as good as they are in comparison to what other places sell stuff for that carry these. So that's kind of the approach I've taken. So I know that's a long way to tiptoe around a direct answer of, no, I don't have scalpers coming in every day buying everything.
You said you had somebody come in from Pahrump. Has anybody else ever come in saying, you know, I've been looking all over for this figurine or this keychain or whatever it may be. You know, do they come from other areas in Nevada? Do they come from out of state? How many of those have you seen? That sort of thing. Because I know this is very in demand.
We've had a small handful of people from California that have come in. You know, and look, logistically, where we're located too, we're fairly close to the airport.
Right.
Right? We're off Windmill and Pecos, right? We're about 2.5 miles, 2 miles to Terminal 1, right? We get a lot of tourists. Now, this is pretty standard for our business. This is not new to us. Tourists will come in, and they're coming in to get, you know, something for their kids before they leave or whatever it is. The difference is that with the Labubus, people are coming here and trying to find who has them they can buy them from, because they're coming from maybe a small market. Maybe they're coming from somewhere that Pop Mart doesn't have a store at all, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And so they're coming in and they're going, hey, do you guys have these? Yes, we have them in stock. Great. I'm coming by and picking them up. And then they come in and they're like, yeah, I'm here on vacation. I'm here for this show. I'm here for whatever it is. So we haven't seen a tourism uptick in the store because of it. It's definitely driving a tourism. What's that impact on the business? I don't know, 5 to 7% maybe, which is fairly reasonable. Doesn't sound like a great number, but it's a fairly reasonable thing when it comes, you know, when I talk about tourism from that standpoint.
Yeah.
You know, and they do. The thing that is really upticked in our store, though, is the mom and dad bringing their daughter to the comic shop. And what's really cool about it is that mom and dad are coming in to the comic shop and they're getting Labubu, but they're not just buying that. They're getting other things. Or they might have, you know, brother, sister, and they brought the sister in for Labubu, and the brother's buying comic books or toys, or, you know, or Pokemon cards or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And so we're seeing that. It's very fun to see the mom, you know, come in, or like the video I sent you where that's 2 girls that were getting their nails done down the way.
Oh, wow.
And then we sold Labubus, and they're like, we want a Labubu, and they came in and they bought one, and they opened it together, and it was fun, and they were excited. You know, all of that stuff, that's what's neat to me, because I love being able to service something in my community. And I've always done that as a business owner. I've always tried to find, you know, different things that I could offer and or do within my business that would give back to the community or provide something of the community's interest to it.
Do you think that the blind box factor really plays into making this like one of the most desirable collectible items? You know, you said fashion items.
Well, absolutely. And so, you know, when you look at this from a standpoint of the fashion side first, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're a woman, I would assume that you're fashionable.
I hope so.
And so, what color's your purse today?
Pink.
Okay. So then you want the lychee or you want love from High End Energy?
You clocked me really quickly.
Right? Do you see what I'm saying? Because
Oh, yeah.
those are the ones that matches your bag.
Right.
When you're matching it to your bag and you're getting, you're gonna, especially the women, right?
Right.
The women are gonna chase the color that they want, so they're not gonna just buy one or two. And then if you buy a flat of 6 of a series, you get one of every color guaranteed in that case. So if you came down right now, I have exciting Macron sealed cases in the store. You buy that case, you're going to get one of every color in that wave guaranteed in that case. That's how Walmart does it.
Okay.
But one of those 6 could be replaced with the chase or the secret.
I see.
However, you may go out and buy another case or 2 cases because you're trying to pull that secret and have more. Right?
Yeah.
So this is where people, I caution people, which is on the secondary market, individual boxes, just be aware there's a good chance that those have been searched and that you're probably not going to get a chase.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll open the bottoms, leave the bags inside sealed, look at the card, and then they'll put them back up, and then they'll put them up for a little bit less than, let's say, what, like, the true blind boxes will sell for. Right? Okay. And then people are like, oh, I can get what color I want. I'll buy the pink one. Let me get a lychee out of exciting Macron, whatever it is. So that's how I see this. So yes, the blind box absolutely helps with it because it brings that person back to make another purchase on them, which is why it's making it so desirable because of the secret, because of the chase, because of the rarity of that particular one.
Unless you think there's anything else that I should know. I mean, clearly you are the expert, so.
The biggest thing is that if you're being offered these for way less than what they generally are selling for everywhere, assume that they're not legit.